These next few examples, again, deal with piecewise functions and evaluating them. So given this piecewise function, find the following. We want to find h of 3, which means when x is 3, we want to find the corresponding y value. Remember, in order for it to be a function, I input an x value. I should only get out one y value. I shouldn't get out two different values. So plugging 3 into both of these would be incorrect. What I need to pay attention to is the if statements. If x is less than 0, I go here. If x is greater than or equal to 0, I go here. In my problem, my x is 3. So 3 is not less than 0. 3 is greater than or equal to 0, which means I'm going to substitute the number 3 into the bottom piece. And my output is 11. That's my answer. So when x is 3, the y value is 11. Or the input is 3, the output is 11. Do the same thing with h of -2. When x is -2, we're looking for the output. So again, pay attention to the if statements. If it's less than 0, I get to put it into the top piece. If it's greater than 0, I get to put it into the bottom piece. So my x is -2. -2 is less than 0. It fits into the top piece, so that's the one I substitute my x value into. And I come up with -8. For h of 0, you've got to be a little careful. Is 0 less than 0, or is 0 less than, or greater than rather, and equal to 0? So 0 is greater than or equal to 0. Because of that equals, I'm putting it into this bottom piece. And that's my final answer. So in that same vein, we're going to take a look at these examples that look complicated, but they're really just the same idea of piecewise function. This piecewise function is actually putting what we have here in words into mathematical equations. So for the first one, you have a speed limit of 55 miles per hour. If you choose to go higher than that, for example, between 56 and 74 miles per hour, your fine is $85 plus a $4 for every mile over that. So we're going to say less than 75 miles. Okay. So we're between 56, including 56, but not including 75. Right. And then if it's greater than 75, your fine is $175 plus $12 for every mile per hour over 75 miles per hour. So that's what this x minus 75 is doing in that part. The real question is, though, what's the fine for driving 65 miles per hour? So we're finding out what's the fine for driving 65 miles per hour. So 65 fits between 56 and 75. It's a number between those two. So I'm going to plug into the top piece here. 85 plus 4 times 65 minus 55, and then just plop all of that right into your calculator as you see it and come up with a $125 fine. Make sure you include the unit label on there of dollars. If you drive 85 miles per hour, well, notice 85 is not between 56 and 75, but 85 is bigger than or equal to 75. So we're going to be putting our x into that second piece of the piecewise function. So f of 85 means the fine I'm going to get for going 85 miles per hour is, and then you just substitute it in. And again, right as you see it into the calculator, and you come up with a $295 fine. So using an example of a phone carrier, they have 2 different rates for calls. If your time is less than or equal to 10 minutes, you will be charged this amount or this rate. And if it's greater than 10, you're going to be charged using this formula. So the question is, what's the cost of a 7-minute call? So T is 7. So the cost of a 7-minute call is, now I have to figure out, do I put it into the top or the bottom function? And in this case, 7 is less than or equal to 10. So I'm going to put it into the first piece of my piecewise function. So 0.15 times 7, and your cost is going to be $1.05. So again, make sure you use your dollar symbol. And again, with money, we always round to 2 decimal places. This isn't gonna, you don't gonna have to worry about that, but if it is money, we round to 2 decimal places. Determine C of 22. So my T is 22. So again, I look right here to determine, do I plug the 22 into the top function or into the bottom piece of the function? And 22 is bigger than 10, so I'm going with the bottom piece here. So 150 plus 0.08 times 22 minus 10. And then again, just compute that out right with your calculator, and I came up with $2.46. So that's C of 22. The interpret the result in context of the situation. So the interpretation would be the cost of a 22-minute call is $2.46.